Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Lines End Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Stone, and I originally intended to record a One Piece chapter review this morning, and then I realized that the chapter was not out, and I only realized that after I got to work and I woke up at 4:30. So, instead, we're going to talk about some pop culture. And one of the things I really wanted to talk about for a while, like a couple of days, was the whole Rubi Rose fan thing. Now, if you keep up with the youngins, I say that like I'm 50. If you keep up with the youngins and the popular culture, you know who Rubi Rose is. She was one of those video vixens, kind of like the Eliza Blue chick, basically hot chicks in music videos. You know, the chicks that rappers always have in their videos, they're probably like shaking their ass or something. She's one of them. That, I guess, propelled her into having a rap career and made her famous for being a hoe. It is what it is. I'm not gonna mince words. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Anyway, she got famous for being a hoe. It is what it is. So, fast forward, she recognizes the track where all this shit's going, and she creates an OnlyFans. And a couple days ago, she posted something on X or Instagram, I think, saying, "Hey, I stumbled across my number one OnlyFans fan today." And my first thought when I saw this guy, I was like, "Oh, this guy's a coomer. You stumbled across him. He did not stumble across you, shawty. He knew exactly where you were." You know, he just had that look in his eyes. He was wearing a shirt that said, if I'm dead, or if you find me, delete my browser history," or something like that. So real degenerate. And if you look at his like glasses, he has like the Google Lens thing, where it's those kind of glasses that records what's happening in front of you. So I just knew this nigga was up to no good. Like, there's nothing good that was gonna come from the interaction at any point. So apparently this guy's name is Brandon. And a little backstory on Brandon. Apparently he was on, I want to say it was a TLC show, for trying to get rid of a corn addiction, if you know what I mean. And spoiler alert, that shit did not work. How do I know it didn't work? Well, because the reason why Rubi Rose calls him her number one fan is because he spent, I think it was $62,000 in 1 month, which is an unfathomable amount of money. And it's allowed me to come to two realizations. One, majority of coomers cannot be saved. Like, if you've gone sufficiently down that road, brother, like, you can be saved, but the work you've got to put in to be saved is so astronomical that it's like, damn. So that's the first thing. And the other thing is, coomers should not become rich, because when he was on that show, I think he was living like in his mother or his like grandparents' basement or something like that. And he put some money in crypto, I think Bitcoin, and by some sheer dumb luck, he became a multimillionaire. And that's why I said coomers shouldn't have money, because otherwise he wouldn't be spending $62,000 on a woman that doesn't love him. So we're just going to take a look at some of the messages that he sent Rubi Rose. Now, I gotta be honest. Should I be mad at Rubi Rose? Yes. Am I mad at Rubi Rose? No. Why? Because she's doing what she's supposed to do. She's a succubus, you know? She's one of them girls like Brittany Renner. Like, you should know what it is before you get into it. Here's where she messed up, though. I mean, I think making OnlyFans, in all seriousness, is messing up anyway. But here's where she really, really, really messed up. Is she took it off the OnlyFans platform. Because I believe, I have no evidence of this, but he has her phone number, because these are like actual like iMessage texts, I think. So either one of two things happened. He either like looked her phone number up, which is possible. I know how to do that, so it's very plausible. Or she sent him her phone number, which yeah, if she actually did that, that's That's where she fucked up. But I'm gonna read these messages because I gotta be honest with you. This is quite possibly one of the year's ending, so for me to say this is actually hold some water. This is probably one of the worst things I've ever had the displeasure of reading. These text messages are depressing, and so you're gonna suffer with me. You know the fun thing about that is on Rubi Rose's phone, at the top of her screen. I don't know how it works on iPhone, so because I have an Android, because I'm better. Just kidding. I do have an Android though. I have a Samsung, and so at the top of her screen it just says SOS, and that is just awkwardly poetic and so funny. Anyway, let's get into the messages. So he on Friday, I actually don't know the date of this, but on Friday at 6:44 p.m. he says, "What are you doing tonight?" She didn't respond to that, which is smart. And then he says, like the day after at 11:54. That makes 11:64 makes no sense. 11:54 a.m. he says, "Why aren't you answering me? I thought we had a genuine connection." Pause. No, brother, you did not have a genuine connection. You sent her $62,000 a month. That's not a genuine connection. Don't. This is the kind of guy that goes to a strip club. By the way, would not recommend going to a strip club. But this is the kind of guy that goes to a strip club and falls in love with the stripper. The stripper doesn't love you, bro. Her job is to flirt with you. It's like the guy that goes to the coffee shop and thinks that the barista that's being nice is in love with him. Brother, she's not in love with you. She just wants the money. And I can't blame her because she's just doing her job. That's just how that shit works. So yeah, no, she doesn't love you, and she's just trying to get that paper. And for him, like it almost seems like he was just willing to give her the money whether she asked for it or not. And that's really kind of how OnlyFans works, isn't it? Because I have to imagine, like, I don't know what the fuck Rubi Rose up there doing, which is the other thing, right? Like, she's not even having sex on OnlyFans, and I feel like if you shouldn't drop any money on OnlyFans. But if you are, right? Like if it's guaranteed that you're gonna do that, and I feel like for a guy like Brandon, who by the way is saved in her phone as Brandon Weird OnlyFans fan, it almost has to be like she couldn't be doing anything else but that for me to drop any money, let alone 62 grand. So anyway, no, brother, you did not have a genuine connection. Moving on. A couple hours after that, he says, "Ruby, why aren't you answering me? I have invested so much money into our relationship." Brother, there is no relationship. There's a relationship between your wallet and her wallet, I guess, but that's pretty much it. Like, that's how that's working, right? Like, again, as Ludacris said, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of like the same thing with PJ Washington and Brittany Renner. Do I feel bad for PJ Washington? Not really, because at the end of the day, brother, you should have known. That's how I feel about it. And at the end of the day, they're doing what they're supposed to do, you know? I'm sorry. So anyway, 3 hours after that, or 4 hours after that, he says, "I'm in love with you. Why won't you love me?" And you know, I want to feel bad for this guy. I really do, because at the same time, even though he should have known what it is, I think I said this in the OnlyFans video, most of the people that watch this, most of the people that participate and partake in this behavior are lonely. And it's unfortunate that there's a society that has normalized the watching of porn. And so naturally, when you go down this rabbit hole, this is very, very logical conclusion. If you start at down that road, this is actually a very, very logical conclusion, and that's a sad part. So yeah, anyway, he says, "Why won't you love me? I would do anything for you. I would fly anywhere to be with you. All that I can ever think of is you. There is not a single person in the world as perfect as you are. You could be my queen and I be your king." Ain't that a lyric? I know that's like shit that people say all the time, but ain't that a literal lyric from "I Just Can't Get Enough" from Black Eyed Peas? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit was just way too funny. I had to cut that out. That shit was way too funny. Anyway, he goes, you could be my queen and I be your king. I would give you anything you could ever wish for. We can even have a one-sided open relationship where you can do whatever you want as long as I know that at the end of the day, you come home to me and are only with me. Brother, how can she only be with you if she's doing whatever she wants? Again, this is like... I pray that this never makes sense to me. That's all I'm saying. Like, if this... I just pray that this never becomes a rational thought to me. Because if that ever becomes rational to me, I'm done, so bro. This reminds me of like something that I like, because I've been rejected a couple of times, especially like, you know, in high school. I wasn't like the coolest kid, and it was like one of those things that I always wanted to say to a girl was just like, why are you rejecting me? Like, just date me for like a week, and if it's good, we should continue. And I'm so glad I never said that to anyone, because that is like the most down bad shit I thought you could possibly say. And Brandon is proving me wrong, so there's at least some comfort in that. Anyway. God. Oh god. Okay. He goes, god. Yeah. Anyway. So he goes, we can have a one-sided open relationship where you can do whatever you want as long as I know that at the end of the day, you come home to me and are only with me. I promise I will treat you better than anyone, Ruby. I love you with all of my heart. Jesus Christ. I have never felt this way about anyone. I want to marry you. I want to have a family with you. I want only to be with you. I would quit everything, give up everything just for you. I will do anything for you to love me. I will give you everything I have just for a chance that you never leave me. Brother said just for a chance. There's a lesson to be learned at the end of this, by the way, and I'll talk about it. I think I've mentioned it before, obviously, but this continues. This really does continue. He said just for a chance. So he's really just down on his dick, really, is what's happening here. I want you, he says, I want you to be with me forever. In my eyes, I've never seen or known something that I'm so sure will be perfect. Dog, you don't even know her. That's the thing. Is Rubi Rose even her real name? Okay, it actually is her real name. It just sounded like one of those names, like it's like the people that named their daughter Champagne. What the fuck? Anyway, whatever. Rubi Rose ain't a bad name. I'm just, let me get off her chest a little bit. But yeah, so he says he would give up everything just for a chance to be with her, and that he thinks it's gonna be perfect. Dude, you don't even know her, so it's like, what do you mean it's gonna be perfect? You don't know her. You love the image that you've created in your head of her, and yeah, this nigga's lost, bro. I can't imagine waking up. I'm sorry. I started reading that, and it just broke my brain so much I literally couldn't process it. I'm gonna try that again. I can't imagine waking up every day and looking over at you asleep on the bed, looking perfect while you. This nigga knows where this girl lives. I'm so sure. God, I can imagine waking up every day and looking over at you asleep on the bed, looking perfect while you sleep, and I run my hands through your hair, or am I getting you the largest diamond ring I can find so that it is on the hand of a true queen? I really don't want to laugh at this guy, but if I don't laugh, I'll cry. I will buy you whatever car, boat, or jet you want. So here's the other thing, right? This thing where, like, if you're buying someone's stuff so that they will love you, I hate to break it to you, big dog, but they don't love you. Like, if that's what it requires, They don't love you. They just love the lifestyle that you can give them. That's why a lot of high value men, quote unquote, like these red pill guys, they can't hold on a relationship because the women are with them for the lifestyle. And guess what? There are tons of men that can give them that lifestyle because there are tons of rich men. Why do you think there's so many hot chicks in Dubai? Because these guys will fly them out and they'll make, because these guys make a lot of money, they'll fly them out, they'll sleep with them, they'll date them. And it's, again, it goes back to, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. She's going to do it multiple times, and then she's going to find one of these simps to wife her up and take her out. Now, here's the thing. I feel like if Rubi Rose, like something happened to Rubi Rose and she was like 45 and old by these guys' standards, and something happened to her and she doesn't look good anymore, she would let one of these simps wife her up, definitely. But she ain't done. Her time on the track ain't done, so she ain't packing it up. Not at all. Anyway, he says, I will never love anyone as much as I love you, Ruby. I love you more than Bitcoin, which I'm not even going to. It's all the same shit, dude. This is so degenerate. I love you more than Bitcoin is the craziest thing I've ever read. He goes, I only love you. I will give up everything to have you only be mine. Please don't ignore me, Ruby. I'm sending you more money right now. You are making me cry right now by not answering me. I know this nigga is like typing this and the teardrops are just soaking his phone. And again, you know, whatever. I'm bawling at the thought, thinking that you won't be with me forever and that you don't love me anymore. I don't know if there is a point anywhere to anything. Jesus Christ. I actually didn't get this far the first time I read this. I literally gave up. All I can ever think of or dream of is you. You are on my mind all day, every day. Thinking of how you smelled in the hotel lobby when I first saw you. You know this nigga jacked off to that shit. That's all I have to say. Oh God. Thinking of how you smelled in the hotel lobby when I first saw you. Thinking of your perfect voice. Thinking of your perfect smile when you first laughed awkwardly as I told you I was your #1 fan. Everything about you makes me get butterflies in my stomach. Jesus Christ. Please tell me. And then, so a couple hours after that, he says, please tell me you are just very busy and not seeing my texts right now, princess. And then 3 hours later, he says, please. Yo, that please was out to desperate. I mean, this entire thing is out to desperation, but that please was really out to desperation. I cherished every second I was with you. I adore you. You are the reason I wake up every morning. I have no purpose without you. You are my rock. She ain't respond to any of these, by the way, just to keep it at being with you. She ain't respond to any of these, and she shouldn't. She should not respond to this behavior. And then he goes, Ruby, stop ignoring me. So he starts powering up now, because he starts sending messages in like full caps. This is like the 5 stages of grief, by the way, that this guy's going through. And he went straight from denial to anger. He goes, this is all in all caps. Why are you ignoring me after all the money that I have given you to show you that I am only loyal to you and how much I love and appreciate and adore you? How dare you not answer me? Pulling the Greta Thunberg. Is that how you say your name? Yeah, Greta Thunberg. How dare you? How dare you not answer me? I see you actively posting on your Instagram story and you have not answered me once. You are making me very mad. I have treated you like a princess and you won't even take the time to respond to me. I will not tolerate this. Okay, here's the thing. This actually goes to something I heard, I think, Preach. I like Abba and Preach. I watch Abba and Preach. And I think Preach said this on one of the videos, which was, look, if your partner requires you to treat them like a queen, then you're a peasant, right? Or like a king, then you're a peasant. Because royalty just treat other royalty like people, like equals. And so if there is this, like, the only people that royalty doesn't bend down in front of other royalty. Like, kings don't bow down in front of other kings of the same level, right? Queens don't bow down in front of queens of the same level. And so the only person that's gonna recognize you as like a queen and lord over you, or a king and lord over you, is a peasant. So there has to be some kind of imbalance in the relationship. And realistically, queens and kings don't listen to peasants, generally speaking. So this entire relationship is going just about as well as it should. So yeah, I don't know what this guy expected. I'm just gonna skip past some of these messages because they're getting like relatively repetitive. But this is where it starts to like it starts to get really bad. So he goes, "Baby, please answer me, my queen. Please don't leave me. I adore you, Ruby. You're all I ever need to be whole in life." This unironically, this nigga needs to find Jesus. I will never leave you or even look in the same direction of another girl. I want to marry you. I even spent $30,000 more on you since we met because I thought we had something genuine and real. That's retarded. I will empty my bank account just to be with you. I will travel across the country just to randomly run into you again. Brother, you did not randomly run into her. Stop fucking lying. I will never be over you. You are the love of my life. What? Okay, I've never read this part before. I have to read this. This is the most cooler shit. He goes, my perfect little princess, you are stunning. You are my breath of fresh air in the world that is so dark and so cold. You're the sun to my thunderstorm. Jesus. The spurt of luck in my day, the pot of lucky gold at the end of the rainbow. You are my everything in this life, and I wish nothing more to spend the rest of this life with you. I can spend all of my money and be homeless just to wake up every day knowing that you are happy. Nigga, let's be real. If you're homeless, she ain't talking to you. I mean, she ain't talking to you right now, and you're sending her oodles and oodles of money. So, yeah, if you're homeless, bro, this dream is, any shot you had is gone. Not that you had one to begin with. I can watch you have sexual actions with other men just to please your sexual needs. I can be your sissy boy. That's what I read when I was like, alright. Oh god, okay. Okay, alright. I can be your sissy boy and let you boss me around while I do whatever you demand of me in my sissy maid outfit. I will do anything at any cost just to make you happy and just to be in the same room that you are breathing in. I have an obsession with you since the first day I saw you on Instagram. Ever since that day, I made it my life mission to one day have a chance to see you. And that's why I know that this nigga did not meet her on accident. Whenever I smile from my screen, that a true traveler and explorer like ourselves need a partner for every journey. I know I am that perfect partner for you, my queen. This is the most mouth-breathing, like, coomer shit. I will stop at nothing to ensure you live a stress-free world of princess treatment. I feel like this is like reading EDP, bro. Except that it's an adult, but it only makes that slightly less creepy. He just continues along these lines. What? I was gonna ignore this, and then I saw something that I this is actually possibly definitely the worst thing I've ever read. I know that I will never get over you. I sit here pouring my heart out, showing how madly in love I am with you. I'm sorry for my temper earlier. I just felt like I was so close to my life finally being complete, and that we would finally be something real. Not just my imagination and a lubricated plastic version of you on the side of my bed. You know, the funny thing is, if this guy did get with Rubi Rose, he would realize that his life is still empty. It would hit for like 6 months, and then he'd realize that his life is still empty, and that's when shit would really hit rock bottom for this dude. Because I have to imagine he thought like, oh, if I got money, I get a chick, and he got money, and he was still unhappy. Then he's met Rubi Rose, and he's still unhappy, and it's like, yeah, that's when real darkness. You want to know real darkness? That would bring real darkness. And then he goes, I will send you 10 Bitcoin right now if you answer me. That's worth almost $400,000. All you have to do is respond to me with one word. I need your attention to make sure my kitten is safe. I'm not even gonna read the rest of these. He literally, and then he says, I have a surprise. At the end of it, he goes, I have a surprise to show my commitment. I know you'll love it. Ring emoji. It's almost done. I can't wait to show you. And then it shows him getting a tattoo, I think, on his thigh of her face. He goes, surprise. What do you think? It took me almost 3 hours. Yeah. If you ever needed a cautionary tale as to why you shouldn't watch porn, this is it. Because it doesn't mean that you'll end up like this guy, but your likelihood of ending up like this guy is infinitely higher if you like become addicted to porn. Because this is behavior. This is the worst thing I've ever read. And that's really the lesson I think we should take from this. Like, I know I did a video on the OnlyFans thing, and that is ruining Gen Z from like a woman's perspective. Like, it's teaching women that they're not worth anything more than their body. I saw a video by, I think, a former star, Arwen Datnoid, talking about how she even got into being a cam girl, and it was one of the most painful things I'd ever watched or listened to. I didn't finish the thing in one sitting. It was very depressing. But from a consumer standpoint as well, just candidly, gentlemen, corn rots your brain. It rots your brain, and it turns you into Brandon if you just keep digging the hole. Because eventually, like, the shit that you keep doing, you keep going further and further and further, because it's not hitting the same. It's cocaine it's visual cocaine. And so Brandon is the cautionary tale. If you don't want to end up like Brandon, stop watching porn. That being said, if you like this video, Jesus, I know it's hard to pivot from some depressing shit to if you like the video, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If you like the video, please subscribe and actually like the video. Leave some comments, let me know what you think. Thank you for 3 subscribers, guys. I really appreciate that. I never thought that would happen, especially so quickly. And so if you made it to the end of this video is fucking long, bro. This video, like, I'm looking at it recording, it says 28 minutes right now. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Thanks again for subscribing. I really, really, really appreciate it. It gives me the momentum to keep making these. Let me know what you think. Until next time, guys, I'm your host, Dan Stone, reminding you to keep your claws sharp and stay in the hunt. Take care.